In given this assignment, we have to create a to-do list. So to to make a to-do list, I have created a custom component, a functional component to do, and I have destructured use state with two variables: input text and set input text. Input text is the text that is going to be the value of input text when the user types in the input field. And to update input text, the function is set input text. And I've also destructured use state, uh, initializing it with a value of an empty array into two more variables called items and set items. The first item variable is items. So the first variable is items. Items are going to be uh, and the is going to contain the array which holds all the items that have been added using the add button here. So the final outcome looks like this. If I add uh, well, if I add, it gets added. If I add cat, it gets added. If I add apple, it gets added. So to make this work, I have uh, put a handle change function in on change method attribute of input field, and in handle change I have set the input text to the new value. The new value which is uh, the value after changing event the targeted value when the user changes the value. And what the button does is sets the items, which is set the items being the variable that holds the array of array uh, of all the items that are added by the user. So for this purpose I have used set items setter function, uh, in which the parameter is previous item, and I have returned after spreading, or I've spread using the spread operator. I have spread all the previous items and also added the new input text, uh, which is going to happen when user has put something in the input text. And then finally, I have in the add item function, I have reset the value of input text to a blank value. So so that when a user is done typing uh, and adds the button, uh, clicks the add button, the input field gets cleared. So the input field is cleared and the ball gets added. So the next question is to make a counter, um and increase and decrease, add two buttons to make to increase and decrease the, the counter. So this is the counter, and if I press the add button, uh, the counter value increases by 1, and if I subtract the but click the subtract button, it decreases by 1. So the I've created a custom component counter. I've restructured use state, initializing it with a value of 0, and uh, restructured it into two variables called count. This is our state. This count is variable is the state variable, and set count is the state setter function, and in I've returned an h1 element, uh, whose at the h1 value element's value is going to be the count. JSX, using JSX I have added count in the h1, and the buttons two buttons add 1 or subtract 1, uh, uh, have add one and subtract one functions set as attributes of on click attribute. So when these buttons get clicked, these functions are called. And add one but function, I have set the state, set count, count plus one, and in the subtract one I set this state of count using count minus one. The last and final uh, the final challenge is to create uh, a name changing toggle 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 button. So if I press the this is the outcome. So if I press the change button, the name is going to change, and if I press it again, the name is going to change back to what it was before. So for this purpose, I have created a toggle function. I have destructured use state, initializing it with true into the state variable toggle state, and setter state setter function set toggle state. And in H1, I have rendered the name is and curly braces the JSX JavaScript expression toggle state. If toggle state is true, uh, then then uh, then print Amit, or if toggle state is false, then print Ranjan. So, and I have added the button with the text change, and I've assigned toggle function as the on click attribute of it. In the toggle function, I have set the toggle state to not toggle state. So if it is true, when the change button will be pressed, the toggle function will be called, and the state set toggle state will be set to false. So if it will be false, it will change to switch to true again. And depending on what's the value of toggle state, uh, either Amit or Ranjan will get printed. So thank you.